What's the deal, YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video. Today we got the tragic murder of young Slo-Be. Shit. We finna get into it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. On the road to 1K. Yeah, man. RIP Slo-Be, man. That's all I gotta say. Let's get into it.
Young Slo-Be.
Comment anything else y'all trying to see down below. Bro, I'm trying to hit 1K, bro.
Was supposed to be the first street rapper to make it out of Stockton, California and hit the mainstream. But instead he stuck around the city too long and got killed in a wild situation. Today we're breaking down how young Slo-Be was tragically murdered in his hometown. Young Slo-Be came up in the southeast area of Stockton called Nightingale. In an interview with the Innovators, Slo said growing up in the hood was definitely
I don't think he got killed in his hood, though. Nah, in his hometown.
rough, but he didn't think it was that bad. Slo's mom knew all about the streets, but works a normal 9-to-5 job. But the situation with his dad was different. Slo's dad was active in the trenches the whole time Slo was growing up, but they didn't really get along back in the day. He lived with his mom and grandma, but Slo ended up following his dad into the street life. Slo was into sports back in the day, but he was surrounded by dudes who were hustling in the trenches. He said when you always around that kind of environment, you don't want to feel left out. And that's why a lot of dudes end up hopping off the porch and getting active. A lot of Slo's homies and cousins were gangbanging, and every time he walked outside the door, he saw the OGs in the neighborhood making money. His mom did her best to keep him away from all of that, but by the time he was
when you see niggas getting money, nigga, you gonna wanna, go to that.
a teenager, Slo was already repping the Bloods. Slo learned from his dad how to move in the streets, but gangbanging wasn't the only connection they had. Slo's dad wanted to be a rapper and set up a little studio in his crib. His uncle was also rapping back then, and Slo wanted to hop in the booth and see what he could do. One day when he was staying with his dad, Slo snuck into the studio and laid down his first track while his dad was out of the house. He wasn't supposed to ever go in the studio, but Slo left the computer on after recording the track so his dad would come home and hear it. When Slo's dad found out he was in the studio, he was pressed about it at first, but after he listened to the track Slo made, he realized how much potential he had. Back in 2018, Slo started taking rap more seriously, but he didn't just blow up overnight. Some dudes dropped one hot track,
Nigga was just trying to follow in his dad's footsteps, fool. That's crazy, bro.
and go viral off the jump. Slo's come up in the rap game wasn't like that though. At first he thought he started racking up crazy views on his first tracks, but then he realized how hard it really was to break into the industry. He was only getting a few thousand views on his songs back then, and there were a few times when Slo thought about giving up on the rap game completely. He talks about how tough it was at first, but then Slo realized he just had to keep grinding and investing in himself if he was gonna make it work.
I didn't pop, bro. I had to learn, nigga. It's levels to this shit, bro. You got to put in your work. You got to invest in shit, bro.
After a while, Slo started picking up a buzz in the local area. He had his name
Don't
popping in
come
Stockton,
overnight, bro.
but linking up with rappers from other cities
For
is
some
what really
reason,
helped him
bro.
get popping. Back in 2019, he linked up with a Sacramento rapper named Briss. And their track
Damn. R.I.P. Briss, nigga. No cap.
2142 popped off and racked up a few million plays. Briss grew up in Sacramento and repped the Fruit Ridge Bloods. And just like Slo, he was in the streets way before he ever thought about becoming a rapper. Briss was outside hustling and trying to get his money up, but everything changed for him after one of his best friends got killed. Young Slo-Be knew that he needed to switch things up and find a way out of the trenches, and that's when he linked up with his cousin Mac J. Mac J came up in the streets of Sacramento too, but then he hopped in the booth and started making connections in the industry. Mac had watched one of his dad's friends bleed out on their front porch and knew he didn't want to go out the same way. He started making music in a family member's garage while he was still in high school, but it didn't work out at first, and he fell into the trenches too. Back then, Briss was neck deep in the trenches, but Mac was still hitting up the studio every chance he got. Both of them were going in and out of jail a lot, but Mac knew he didn't want to stay in the streets forever. After he got his name popping in Sacramento a little bit, he finally convinced Briss to hop in the booth too. And in 2016, they racked up a few 100,000 views on their track Non-Stop. That was enough to make Briss realize rap could be his ticket out of the streets, but it still took a few years before anything changed for him.
Damn,
2019 is when Briss linked up with Slo, and he had a couple of solo tracks that ran up crazy numbers too. It was the biggest year for Slo and Briss yet, but it also sparked a wild beef that allegedly got both of them killed. In 2019, a rapper named Uzi Marcus took shots at Briss on the track 42K and rapped, "Keep it real, you niggas ain't killed a fly, and if it's money on my head, why the fuck I'm still alive? You niggas ain't popping shit, they're really just talking shit. Where they at? I'm right here on 42nd with the stick. Lil Briss, he a pussy, and Lil Danny, he a bitch. Keep playing, I'll be outside your granny's with the switch." After 42K dropped, Brisk allegedly clapped back but sparked the fuse and raps. Y'all just sparked the fuse. That means it started back. I ain't tripping off the funk.
What that nigga say? Just know I sparked at you when I just sparking the fuse. No cap.
Been part of that. Hit his starter cap and make him fall and push his starter back. I just bought a strap. If it don't kill you, it'll cause a heart attack. Mac J claims it wasn't a diss track, but that didn't keep the beef from heating up. Uzi and Brisk weren't the only dudes involved in the situation though, and it actually all started with some drama between CML Lavish D and another rapper named Mozzie. Mozzie and Lavish D had issues that went deeper than rap, and in 2014, Mozzie took a shot at him on the track I'm Just Being Honest and said, "We can pistol play, but that ain't something you want to do. I'm just being honest. Lav never caught a body. I'm just being honest." Then one of Lavish's homies shot a music video on Mozzie's hood, and Mozzie clapped back with another diss track called The Truth. The beef was getting everybody fused and making the music go up, but it also had deadly real-life consequences. Facts. In the video for The Truth, Mozzie was calling out his ops by name, while his homie Zilla Zoe was right there next to him. And just a few hours after the video came out, the ops caught Zilla lacking and shot him to death. Then Lavish and his homie spotted Mozzie's manager in the mall and jumped him, which ended up getting Lavish a 6-year sentence after the video came out. Lavish going behind bars wasn't the end of the violence though, and even more people were about to die over the situation. In May 2014, Mozzie's homie Jacoby James was at a kid's birthday party when 2 shooters rolled through and killed him on the spot. Damn. 2 of Lavish's homies were booked for the murder.
Shit, nigga, that's 3 niggas already?
But skated on it because there wasn't enough evidence. Then Mozzie lost another homie when Lavish's crew allegedly shot and killed a dude named Shaquem Murray outside a different party.
Damn.
The beef kept heating up, and rumors said that Mozzie's crew tried to use a woman to set up one of Lavish D's homies. They figured out what was going on though and ended up killing her before Mozzie's crew could get.
Oh my god, bro. That's 5 niggas, fool. Boy, them niggas wasn't playing.
The drop on them. Then in 2016, Lavish's homie Stunner D was leaving the party when the ops caught him and left him dead in the street. He wasn't the last guy in Lavish's camp who got hit up though. In June 2017, his homie Prince Straight Out was outside a liquor store.
3 years
Someone ran down on him and shot him 8 times.
Niggas done been forgot about that.
Luckily, Straight Out made it out alive. Just a couple months later, Lavish D got caught up in a situation that left an innocent man dead. Lavish D had been locked up for a while after putting hands on Mozzie's manager, but in August 2017, he was out with an ankle monitor and went to a music video shoot for a rapper named Slo-Be. Slo-Be had issues with Mozzie too, and while they were still filming the video, someone rolled through and started letting out shots into the crowd. 5 people were shot and taken to the hospital, but a 49-year-old bystander named Ernie Cadena got caught in the crossfire and was pronounced dead at the scene. According to rumors, Mozzie put a bag on Lavish D and Slo-Be's head, and 3 of his homies ended up going down for the shooting. By the time Brisk and young Slo-Be were popping off, the streets of Sacramento were already bloody from both sides of the war. Brisk wanted to leave the streets behind after the music started popping, and then an interview with Dizzler,
for Ridge and go to Cancun, bro. Damn.
He said he had to stay alive for his kids. Young Slo-Be and Brisk were tight for real and weren't just linking up in the studio for more views. They wanted to put on for the West Coast together, but then in 2020, the beef caught up to Brisk.
Oh my god, bro. That nigga's only 24, fool.
He was brutally murdered in his own city. In June 2020, Brisk was driving his whip down the street when someone caught him in traffic and started chasing him. Brisk crashed into a pole and hopped out on foot to escape, but the ops were already on him and left him dead with a shot to the back. After it went down, everyone thought Mozzie's crew was behind the hit. It turns out that Brisk and Uzi Marcus weren't just rap beefing. They had some real life drama going on too. According to rumors, Brisk used to date Uzi's baby mama, but they split up, and she started dating Uzi to get back at Brisk. It looked like Uzi had a lot of reasons to take Brisk out, but then a dude named Moses Hirschfield ended up getting charged over the shooting. He doesn't have any ties to Uzi or Mozzie, but he was allegedly affiliated with another set who had tension with the Fruit Rich Bloods that Brisk was repping. Brisk getting killed like that was a huge loss for Slo. Both of them knew that street politics could hold him back, and in his interview with the Innovators, Slo said that rappers should definitely get out of their city after they blow up. Slo kept up the momentum after Brisk died and kept popping off with new projects. Then in 2021, he went viral on TikTok with the track I Love You. After spending years trying to kick in the doors to the industry, Slo was finally on his way up. He had enough clout to start touring and leave Stockton behind, but instead of listening to his own advice, he stayed in his hometown and it ended up getting him killed. In August 2022, police responded to a report of gunfire in Manteca, California, and when they pulled up to the scene, they found young Slo-Be dead. Nobody's been booked for his murder, but there's a couple popular rumors about what went down. After he linked up with Briz, young Slo-Be had issues with Mozzie and his whole crew in Sacramento. He wasn't beefing with them on the same level as Briz and Lavish D, but there was definitely some drama there, and some people think Mozzie and his people were involved in getting Slo killed. Slo didn't just have issues with dudes from out of town though. Slo repped a crew called EBK, and started beefing with another set called the Fly Boys. EBK was a newer crew, and rumors said that the Fly Boys were cool with them repping the Nightingale area when some of the members allegedly weren't even from around there. There's no evidence that the Fly Boys were behind young Slo-Be's death, but after a dude from the Fly Boys named DeMar was killed, Slo's homie Trey B hopped on social media to clown him over the situation. The last theory about young Slo-Be's death is that it didn't have anything to do with gang politics. According to rumors, his baby mama had a boyfriend but was still hooking up with Slo. When the other dude found out, he allegedly got so heated about the situation that he shot Slo over 20 times. Nobody knows exactly what went down yet, but we do know the rap game lost another talented artist.
Nigga, what? Nigga, you shot a nigga 20 times over a bitch, fool. That was never yours, my nigga.
Before they had the chance to really have a career. Young Slo-Be was finally getting to the level he always wanted to be at, but tragically, he never made it out of Stockton.
Damn. That's the end of the fucking video. That shit just blew me, girl. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even know that. Damn. RP Slo-Be, nigga. RP Briz. RP everybody that did died in this video, bro. Shit. Damn. That's the end of this shit, though. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the road to 1K. Yeah. I'm gone.